what better way to start your afternoon, like your Monday afternoon, when you're not gossiping? Because I'm just thinking back of my head. So you wake up this morning, you do a lot of work, and you cannot go and meet in Getty in one place. And this is not me bringing out a pro doctor now. But I mean, there's some days you just have to speak to one in Ketchi, you understand? And you're like, in Ketchi, you see that boy? Mommy, I like her once, you get. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Aggressive Gala. I mean, best believe if it's trending, we're always talking about it. You know the matter be now. I carry video and matter can't give one hour. It's plenty. You understand? This is a Shekwe level. All right. My name is God's Beauty Ezra, aka the Lady Vibe. AKA plenty, AKA aggressive body. You know what? See, during the weekend, I actually adopted just two good, hashtags. And guess what? It's not plenty thing. It's just small. If you're my friend, you should know what it is. All right. The first one is Olori Gossip and Olori Vibes. It shocked you, Abby. Even me, I am shocked because I don't know how come about that name. I'm just thinking about it. God's Beauty. How did we get to this? But we'll be all right. All right. I brought one interesting person. I have one interesting guest. I mean, this one brought audio energy, and I love it because I'm going to shake this table a lot. But before I even introduce my guest here, I brought the sophisticated beauty, the elegant. Let me know, the name that came to my head, I should not call it, you understand? So that I don't get sued. I brought Somto in the building. Hey, Maya, come on, hey. Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
How was your weekend like? You're ravishing, God. Who was that man? Who's the man? Who should the man be?
Come on.
Tell me plenty money in the other.
The weekend was amazing. I ate.
I could not say it before. You should be on Friday night. They tell me say you like swallow.
Me I swallow this
I
weekend.
should be aware of you. Tell me to be aware of you.
No, my weekend was very chill.
love it.
Like I really rested properly. Like I'm glad.
I love it. Me, I went to a beach party and I started. It's a lie. I did not go anywhere. This was me and my Bible and we were fasting. Oh yeah, now I have one interesting person. Like this person is able. This person is one of the best. Like when I talk about Nollywood now, I don't think I can exempt his name. That's the truth. This person is a director. He's an actor, a filmmaker. Come on now. On top of all this package, he's not a script writer because even me, I'm just thinking in my head, only one person, and he's a doctor too. He took you, Abby. Like, bro. I have no other person than Jay Blaze on my table.
Hey, what's
Let's
up?
do this. Come
What's
on.
that?
This is a culture.
I don't get that culture. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. How do you feel being here today? Tell me.
Excited, It's Monday. People at work. I'm here gisting. So
I feel like that's the best way to start your day.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's exciting.
I love it. So tell me a bit about Bracket here. I mean, I was just checking through, and I know that's not the name. Like, it's how you actually think about getting your own country, because those names, those pronunciations, those languages, I was off guard. Tell me.
Bracket. It's called Brukasi, and it's not
okay.
a country. It's not a different country. It's a different world entirely.
Oh,
so
beautiful.
that I am creating. So more like if we are developed differently, how is it going to look like? Their culture, created a language. Their moon is red in color, which is part of why like the windows have like red filters and the rest. The way they relate with animals is different. Like in the film, in the living room scene, for example, I think we had like 2 snakes, 1 crocodile, 1 honey badger, alligator, a couple of animals that are just playing around in the environment in the living room space. And what they eat is also different. Their food is close to raw as possible, more like the way it is in China, but it's a bit more audacious. They eat everything: squid, octopus, snakes, crabs, and it's as close to raw as possible. It's things that should just make you have goosebumps and the rest. The God that they serve is different. There's no Jesus, there's no Satan, there's no Muhammad. They serve a God called Kali, and it's a different environment, different rules that govern the world. It's just something that I decided to task my brain and bring out something creative. Let's just bring out something
How long
that
have
is
you been
different.
thinking about this?
That's been roughly about 2 years, but developed it strongly this year, sometimes in May, June. I mean, I worked on a couple of sets that opened my mind to seeing that it is possible. I was on Finding Messiah with Kebe Adetiba's husband. I also worked on To Kill a Monkey, and working on a big scale like that, just opened my mind to seeing how possible that dream is. I never really thought I could create a language, but then I saw it was done well in Finding Messiah. I saw how people accepted it, and I'm like, why
Let's
not
do
be
this.
audacious and just do it?
I love it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like for all of those clips, little clips I see, I'm like, I can't wait to like see this full movie. So, do you want to give us a teaser or small gossip?
I mean, I've dropped
only
the teaser
because
now, so
drop it
and
here, drop it here.
I've dropped the video, the teaser. I've dropped it on social media. We're having pending conversations because we want to make it a series.
Love it.
Right now, it stands as a short film
Okay.
because we've shot the pilot episode and it can stand as a short film. So we're pushing it as a short film, but we're having interesting conversations with some bodies that have seen it, and we're trying to make it a series. That plan had already been, in the works before, but now it's just, let's get it done. Part of why we couldn't have done it easily is because it's pretty expensive. Like I said, the moonlight is red, so meaning every exterior we have to shoot has to be red. It's a different world, meaning I have to create every single thing in that space, and it shouldn't look so much like out where we exist in, but still try and have a bit of similarity so that when you watch, you have some
Be able
emotional
to-
attachment to it. Yeah.
I love it. So let's go back a bit now because I think I just went straight.
Right.
Let's go back a bit. So tell me history base, yeah? I mean, the fact that you studied, you're a doctor, yeah, and you leave that particular, the whole put on the suit, you have to take care of this patient and all of that. And you just went into, Mama Karafa, how you doing now? So tell me, how, like the transition, how was it like?
So I've been acting since I was 7.
Okay.
And I made my first film while I was in medical school. So it wasn't necessarily a switch for me. If you understand how the country is, it makes sense to do something that is bankable, something that will put food on your table before you think that you're chasing being a filmmaker. And it's not something my parents would easily understand because it's just like, yo, guy, you don't come and beg me for money later that you want to eat and stuff. I'm like, I get it. I've always wanted to do film. And while I was in medical school, I pushed both. Medical school was even a bit longer because I had to do I got a BSc in anatomy first, then MBBS medicine and surgery. So I spent almost about 9-10 years in school. So there was enough time for me to develop mentally and get prepared for what I wanted to do. And then after that, NYSC house job, I did every single thing I needed to do as a doctor. And till today, my license is very, very, very much active and up to date, because once in a while I still do practice, just private consultation. And my dad is a doctor, so he has his own hospital, so sometimes I just go there if I'm bored, and again trying to make sure that I do not forget everything I've learned. I constantly go back there, and guess what, the way the country is, the way the world is, the knowledge is not wasted. There are things that I apply to what I do today. It kind of helps me with how disciplined I am today. Most times you call me on set and you're like, oh, call time is like 10. I'm probably there by 9 because my training, we have to, regard time with so much importance. And the level of hard work, the level of dedication that I am putting into my craft now also comes from the fact that I trained as a doctor.
Love it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do. So, I mean, we're just getting started, yeah? Let's start with the riddles. Come on, bring it on.
Oh.
Oh my God. All right, this one says, what has many keys but cannot open a single lock? Oh, yeah, now. So, everybody, stop putting on your thinking cap. Don't worry, you don't need to answer. Everybody will answer it, actually.
She's not said anything since, so I think it's
Everybody
our turn
will
to
answer it,
respond.
but I mean, it's towards the end of the program, yeah? So, everybody just put on your thinking cap,
What
yeah?
has many keys but cannot open a
What has many keys
single
but cannot open
lock?
a single lock? Oh, yeah, this is me telling you now that what has so many keys, and cannot open a single lock. Go and subscribe, comment, like, share. We'll be going on a short break. Coming back with On the Street of Social Media. Stay with me. Hey, on the street of social media, it is. All right, the first one says businessman shares how his friend lost a job due to visibilities of her panty lines, leg chain, and multiple piercing. I'll read the gist. They calm down. All right, this person, that his name is Chris. He said, I have been fuming for the past 12 hours. Chai. I feel like blowing that guy breeze. Then he went further to say someone applied for a personal assistant job to the CEO of an oil servicing firm. She aced the first interview and was set for the second round with the CEO and another person. But the guy totally trashed her appearance just because she had multiple ear piercing, wore a leg chain, and had visible lines. Right? Seriously, what happened to being decent about stuff you don't like? If you have got reservations, keep them to yourself. I am boiling over this. So. In a nutshell, he's just complaining about the fact that his friend decided she's looking for a job here, and she went to an oil firm, and she's like, okay, please, I want to work here. I want to be the personal assistant to the CEO. Only for her to get there. I mean, our results are good. She aced all the passed and all. Then you have to get like the finals. The owner of the the person you want to work with has to see you and all of that. Then getting to the CEO, and he's just looking at her, observing her, and like, why you dey wear leg chain? You understand? How many earrings you want wear, and you say it won't work with me? Even your pant lines, I can actually see it. What's occurring here? I want to start with Judy. What do you think about this?
I need to understand something. There's a question about how she presented to the place, or
Yes.
how the reaction was.
So it's two things, yeah. First off, people have the opinion like, why are you that you want to actually you want going for this interview, yeah? So why you dressed like this? Why you putting on multiple earrings? Why you on a lecture? Do you
Yeah.
understand? Why can I see your pant lines? Doesn't make any sense, right? That's from people's perspective. Why there are some like they're like, okay, even though you have all of this reservation, it's easy to just say, oh, I'm sorry, they said you're qualified, but I don't like
Exactly.
you or something. Then just go. You don't need to start telling her that, oh, how many earrings you won't wear and all of these things,
Yeah. I mean, to me, life is a game. That's the truth. And
Okay.
when you decide to play a game, you need to play by the rules of the game. So whoever created the game, it's in charge. Do you understand?
Okay.
The same way you open up the Bible and there's a place saying you cannot question God, right? Irrespective of what you do, God is in charge of that universe. Since you
Yes.
decide to exist in that universe, the moment you decide to go to a workplace to apply for a job, whoever is in charge of that place is God there. How they feel like addressing situations there is left to them. How you take it is left to you. If you feel like you're being disrespected, you can walk out. You don't have to wait to hear the rest of the gist. That's number one. So if you go there, it's okay by you to dress however you like. If you like, go there naked. It's fine.
Oh wow.
Do you understand? That is up to you. But are you also ready to receive the
Backlash?
or the positive comments, because you don't know what might actually happen?
Yeah.
Funny thing is, the CEO might look at the person and be like, I like this person, very interesting. Is this person is the opposite of who I am, and I want people to see that vibe to connect with me. You see people trying to get personal assistant, and like, okay, I want a Gen Z person that is really active on social media because that's not what I do, and you come around and it gets you the job. So I mean, if you go there, you want to be who you are, because it's a different thing to dress, sweet and everything, and then the next day you're dressing differently to office, and the guy is looking at you like, what the hell is going on? Do you get? So, but if you decide to dress like that, be ready for whatever comes. So maybe you get there, you ace the first stage, you get the second stage, you meet the CEO. The CEO looks at you up, down. What the hell is this? Oh, fine. It means I don't have to be here. You walk out. That's it. Why are you staying there?
Do
So
you have a different
both parties are right. It's
I mean-
pick your own poison.
I want to look at it from like two sides.
Okay.
Like the side of being decent. You have to know where you're going to. I cannot just walk in anywhere and be carrying leg chain, different piercings.
That's the
I-
thing.
Like you dress to. First impression matters a lot. Let's not forget that you can't just walk in and be looking tattered or looking
My
anyhow.
dear, see this thing you're talking about, but I also do think that you can almost dress anyhow you like. But if you're gonna do that, better be the best at the game. Because now I figured that because when you're saying this now, I remember that when I was in med school,
Okay.
and when I was working as a doctor in the teaching hospital, I worked in University College Hospital. That's like the biggest hospital in West Africa, basically.
okay.
So like there's everybody, the consultant, every single person is there. Look, I wasn't dressing like the typical doctors. Bro, my shoes clean, shit. You're gonna see my socks. Sometimes it's colored. Trouser is well gaitered. My work coat. The moment you see me, you know that this is not just every other kind of doctors.
Doctor.
Do you understand? My hair is afro. Then I've got my beards, everything. And I had a very close friend also. We used to work together. Everybody they actually knew us in UCH. It's like those guys, them. But guess what? I got some units. There's a unit called SCBU where you have to handle like neonates, really small babies. The amount of people that can cite a line on a unit like that in the whole hospital, they're not a lot. But for my level as which I was a house officer at that point in time, I was probably like 1 in 100 that can do that. The way I treat my patients, the way I talk to them, I find solutions for you. There's no, if you see me, in fact, you go to see where patients were requesting for me. At that point in time, it's no longer about how you look like, what you dress like. They want results.
The service you render.
So if, for example, the same call person that went for this interview is this, is that, this person starts talking, why did you dress like that? And the person gives him or her a response that shocks this person. And you already know that you can't get this kind of person anywhere. It's up to you to decide and say, do I want to work with this person? Can I bend my rules? Can we find a compromise? If you're the best at what you do, that's the only way you can change the system. Who started with the old wear shirt and trouser? Someone started it. It was, all these rules were created by human beings. So why can't another human being change it?
Okay, I get your point here, but I mean, you just give the example of you being a doctor and all of that, but I mean that's like you working. This person is going for an interview,
Exactly.
so it just made sense to pick certain person there. It just made sense that you look decent to their definition of what decency means.
Yes. You understand? Like-
To their definition of what decency means.
I mean, if one person wakes up one morning, the truth is, I cannot.
Who defines decency?
That's the thing. So everybody has a different definition of what a particular word is. That's the truth, and you cannot hold anybody accountable. Do you get what I'm saying? So to certain persons, they're like, okay, you're going to work in this kind of, environment. Why are you putting on multiple earrings and all of that? And if you, to some persons, if you ask us, you say, oh, fashion, but that's how I want to look. Now, why are you bringing the whole fashion thing to work? That's another person's perspective. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, so they're looking at me.
No, but I'm just like, you know what? Be who you want to be. Be ready for the backlash. If you're not accepted somewhere, then move on.
Okay.
That's what it is. If you're not accepted here, move on. You want to be a peer to someone, then go and meet Ashake, go and meet Bonabo.
Doesn't mean they should talk
go
down
argue.
on her. Like,
They
I
will
mean,
argue. Do you understand? That talking down part, I feel like you should just treat every human being decently. Like, talk to everybody nicely, irrespective of the situation, whatever it is. Talk to everybody like you regard them as a human. Do you understand? So I don't really appreciate that you talk to her anyhow. But again, like I said, everyone, whoever the person is, male or female, is a god there.
Love it. All right, let's quickly check the comment section to see people's reaction on that. All right, this one says, the same thing I tell my kids. You can be denied a golden opportunity in Nigeria and even abroad because of your appearance. Abroad, people will not talk because it's against the law, but they will take decision against you nonetheless. Then understand that different people different people have different culture and views, and will use them when they are in power. Not everybody like piercing, tattoos, and leg chains. You can even lose a good life partner because of your appearance, even though you are a good person. It is a thing of the mind. Know this and know peace. And that's the thing. Imagine you're going to a probably want to get married to someone, and you're probably with plenty earrings, and probably the mom doesn't like it.
yeah.
You're going to do a lot of explanation.
Maybe the mom go follow and sleep for us now.
But there are some men now that the baby what do they call them, mommy boys and all of that.
And not the man you want to marry to. Is that the kind of man you want to marry to?
I mean,
do you understand?
I mean,
Do you get?
Next comment, please. All right, this one says, baby girl, I'm sorry about what happened, child. Ew. But this is something almost everyone should know. You're going for a job interview, leave every form of fashion at home. Leg chain isn't necessary. One pair of earrings is enough. Be sure that your dressing is decent enough. Most of these firms take their dress code seriously.
I agree with her in terms of, I think that the most important thing is wherever you're going to work, right? You have to do your research. If you're not doing your research is negligence on your part, it means you're not taking it serious. Because if you already do your research and you're like, oh, this place is how they dress, how they work, that's kind of job you're trying to get, then dress like that. If you decide to do the opposite, be ready for whatever comes with it.
So speaking to this, it made me remember a particular story of this girl that finished lower school and all. I think she actually is a lawyer, and I mean, on social media, you see her with the normal, shirt, and she's probably dancing, twerking, and all of that. And people were like, okay, how can a lawyer be doing this?
Mm.
They actually felt she was irresponsible. Some
Mm.
people were even, they went to the extreme, like the extreme of, reporting her, this, what do you call that, cancel culture and all of that.
Mhm.
That this kind of person should not be seen in the court. This kind of person should not even be fighting on behalf of anybody, because while you're on social media, a whole lawyer like you be on social media and you're twerking.
Mhm.
What do you have to say to that?
See, first and foremost, what is the rules that guide that profession? That's where I'm going to start from. Is there a particular rule that says that you can do that? If there is one, then you're wrong already, because you already know that. But if there is no rule for that, yo, live your life as you want to live it. But be ready for the backlash. There are people that are not going to give you that job.
Definitely.
There are people that will tell you not to defend them. But again, I say so. What if you defend A, B, C, and all the cases you've been defending, you've been winning? Bro, you're going to someone that is in trouble.
Okay.
Like, there's really someone in trouble. It's like, well, I don't care. In fact, let her dance with pants. I want this person
It's
as long
true.
as I'm not
It's
going to go
true.
to jail.
Sure.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And again, this guy's lawyers defend basically everybody. You're not guilty until you're proven so. Do you understand?
Yes.
So you're gonna see some criminals that are like, yo, I like this one. Let's chill, take smoke, drink. Yeah, this is what happened, and then we go to court, and then you get the work done. I don't like the people try to teach people how to live their lives. I think that everyone is existing on their own. People should not, you don't have to force your own rules or your own life guidelines on another person. If someone decides that he or she wants to live this way, then let the person live that way. If you don't want the person's services, then I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I actually agree with
All right,
you.
let me quickly read out this comment. This one says, dress how you want to be addressed, but it's important to know what culture environment you want to work in. I think that's exactly just
Work,
buttress, to work in. That just buttress to what you've been,
Yeah.
what you said earlier. All right, let's quickly move on to the next story. Thank you so much for commenting. I really do appreciate. Please send the link to another person for the other person to send to another person, and it just keeps going. All right, this one says, women who do makeup during their weddings don't believe God did a good job in creating them, and this is said by Bishop Adeboye. I love the story a lot, so let me quickly read it out.
Oh, no.
So I'll be doing it more of like a report speech, yeah? So the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, has said women who wear makeup, especially during their weddings, do not believe God did a perfect job on them. Now, speaking at the Redemption City, Mowe, Ogun State, Adeboye said, when you marry, you cut your coat according to your clothes, right? Some of you want to be like the people of the world. I can't even imagine some of the things I see now. It wasn't so in the beginning. People spend hundreds of thousands of naira on shoot out. That's photo shoot actually. And then on the day of the wedding, the girl puts on all manner of decorations. Wow. Those who do makeup are those who do not believe God did a good job. Then he went further to say, when God created you, he did a great job. You are wonderfully, perfectly made, and you cannot find any other fellow like you. You are special, peculiar. Nami Adawano. Then he also said, when you begin to paint and you think you can improve on what God has already done, you are a fool. You can never improve on what God has done. So I mean I feel like this is actually self-explanatory. He's just speaking to, the people that are always doing plenty painting, like the one I have on my face. And it's like, why do you think God did not do a perfect job on you, right? Why you're trying to beautify yourself? I like the word he used, improve. Why are you trying to improve on what God has already created perfect? So over to you, Didi. What do you think?
So art is subjective.
Mm-hmm.
We are all created in the image and likeness of God, which also means that we have a bit of the intelligence that he has,
Definitely.
right?
Definitely.
And God is an artist,
Mm.
right? So that means I can take a cue from that to also be an artist and create something. And if it's makeup, if it's his look, I'm deciding to do that. I honestly do not think that it's a thing of not believing that you're beautiful enough or not believing that God did a good job. It's just you deciding to say that, you see, at this point in time, I just want to create something. I want to look like this, which is subjective. And when you look like that, you're not saying that you look better than when you have no makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Me as a person, because even while making films and the rest, I'm an advocate for, give me that natural skin. Let me see. It's beautiful. There's a way we can, film it to make it look amazing. Well, guess what? If we go by that, what do we say about tribal marks then?
Right.
What about people that their parents already put tribal marks on them from birth?
Mm-hmm.
Or if we decide to go with how I believe that the word says we should be, that means that there shouldn't be anything like comb. There shouldn't be clippers. So I think maybe males should not cut their hair and go to their wedding.
So
Honestly,
far.
it
Because-
should be.
Yeah, I mean, because that means you do not think that maybe God
Combing
didn't know
your
what
hair.
He was doing. God didn't know that your hair was going to grow. God didn't know that you're going to have to cut it to look decent. Do you understand? And that is, it's pretty subjective, but that's what I also think.
I feel
Because
you.
at the same time, I'm like, several times when I was like way younger, my dad's like, oh, guys, let's go and cut your hair. And we're always fighting about not wanting to cut our hair and the rest. Want to keep it, want to do that. And it's like, no, da 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 da. Like, what if nobody created clipper? What if you didn't create blade or scissors or anything? Then what's going to be happening? Everybody will probably be on dreads.
Yeah.
But nowadays you're on dreads and everybody's looking like,
Very
what's
irresponsible.
this? You're not responsible. So I don't think that it's. I think just feel free. Be what you want to be. Paint. Use blue, green, whatever. As long as, I mean, you're cool. Your husband is cool with it. This person you're going to live with for the rest of your life. You're becoming one and etc. Yeah, come on. And I don't think there's anywhere in the Bible that says you can't beautify yourself, because even in the Bible, there's clothings,
Yeah.
there's
They had ornaments
jewelries,
too.
and there's the like. So and the reason why, in fact, I'm going to ask why we wearing jewelries, why we're wearing all of these things, is because you're trying to beautify yourself. And in doing that, we discovered makeup, and we did makeup. In fact, everything is makeup, from the earrings, everything. It is makeup. Do you understand? So why are we stopping at, touching your face with foundation and mascaras and the likes? Do you get?
I feel you.
I get how how it can be confusing for some people, especially the older folks, where you see this person today, tomorrow they say this is the same person. You're like, I don't understand. Do you get? And it feels like I'm just confused. Do you get? If you're coming from that perspective and being subjective about it and saying that you look beautiful without makeup, do you understand? We still appreciate you without makeup. But it doesn't mean that you can't do makeup. But we're just telling you or letting you know that without makeup, God has made you beautiful.
Beautiful.
Then I hear you.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's really just take 2 comments for the road. Then we'll go on a short break. All right, this one says, stop bringing content from the church just to drag preachers. Learn to respect the church. As Christians, God has given us all the knowledge of right and wrong. Stop this.
Hold on. Why I said
Okay.
hold on is because I think I know this person,
Oh,
T.Y.
you-
Philip.
Oh, okay.
Funny thing is that we were both in the same same medical school for like
Oh.
9 years. If it's the same person, I think, which is quite. They stop bringing content from the church just to drag preachers. Learn to respect the church. As Christians, God has given us all
All
the knowledge of the
knowledge,
right and wrong. Stop this. So I mean, this particular comment. What I'm going to say is, while I'm addressing this, and that's where we need to be. We need to listen, right? I'm not talking about the person that said it. I'm actually addressing the comment. I'm addressing what I have heard. And at the same time, if you put that statement outside, it is also for people to be able to address it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You're not God. The only person that says we should not question him is God.
God,
Left
yes,
to me. So
yes.
I can question you. Do you understand? I'm going to ask, did God say so? And again, every single person is a vessel. God can speak to everybody.
Definitely.
If he doesn't want you to use makeup, then he should talk to you. If you're a man of God, please tell God to tell me. Please, I'm sorry.
I love it.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So it's not about even why people are also big on that is the way the culture is, especially in Nigeria. We're so religious that the power that the words have from these guys, the power that it carries, is very heavy, and that's why we're extra concerned. And like when you say this, there's some people that they are not intelligent enough to discern what is what or understand the statement, and they just take it to heart, and then that's it. I mean, we've seen men of God that are going to say one thing today, and then next couple of years they're like, oh, okay, they didn't really get it right, and now it's right. But what about happened to people that they have lived their lives based on those
Those
particular
things,
sayings?
that's the thing.
Do you get? I mean, the Holy Spirit is there to help you discern what is what, So it's not about attacking men of God, to be honest. It's just, this is a statement that is out there, then let us address it.
All right. Now, I mean, you've heard from from the best of the best. We're going on a short break. Coming back is Horde Gossip. Stay with me.
Hi, it's your girl, Little Rose, and I'm giving a shout out to Gossip Gala. Mwah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Craze, aka Craze Clan, aka Did This Shock You, aka Papa Ade, and you are watching Gossip Gala. The gist is the gala. Chop 'em.
Hi, I'm Abigail Tiwala Nubi. Shout out to Gossip Gala.
Thanks for staying with me. I'm just wondering why you've not dropped your comment yet. Tell somebody to tell somebody. You understand? Comment. Tell me what you think. I told you we are going to be talking about a lot of things. In short, this one I want to talk about. You understand? That man that's looking at me. You would help me answer it. All right, this one says, no man is 100% straight. Every man has a little bit of gay in them. This is said by one Nigerian man. Nah, help me answer it. Is it true? Or is it a lie? Let's watch this video first before I pass it on. Oh, okay, the video is not on. Oh my God. So sorry. But I mean, I already said what the guy said, yeah. The guy just sat down where he is and he held the phone to himself and he said, make I tell of on now. I no one agree. Make I tell you. There was no fact. So this guy did not spill out any facts. He didn't say anything. There was nothing to back up this particular statement he just made. He just said, see, as all of us deal like this, to be honest, all these men, none of them is straight, not 100%. You understand? Some of us, we have some gayism. That's the particular word you use. So let me throw it to Jude. What do you think? Is it true? Do you have a bit of gayism?
I am 100% straight. I don't get that shit.
Oh my Lord.
If a person is trying to be biological and telling me that, oh, because there's the XY chromosome and XX chromosome, okay, maybe that's what you mean. But when it comes to whether you're gay or straight, nah, I don't believe that shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What the fuck is that?
I don't know why people just come out and be talking anyhow. I don't know. They gave you platform. You said, you said you have a little bit of gains in us. Oh no. You meant sorry.
But I mean,
what about the females?
Nah.
I feel like if you
Nah.
had said that about females, maybe people will actually converse a bit more because. And that's not even doesn't mean that I agree with that.
Okay.
But why I said so is based on how people relate, how people vibe around. You can see, you see ladies that are so free with themselves. Hey, this and that. This. Yo, you're not gonna see like guys. There are very few guys that are like and then when they even like hug and shake, you can feel like the masculinity like okay, bro, what's up? And then you go see people that in one corner like you want to change and then, let's go and change. Like what? Like before you see two guys saying being comfortable in going to one room to change at the same time, it's like 20%. But for females, it's like 100%.
Why is it like that?
Yo, like what the hell, bro?
I don't know.
What the hell?
Us women were so comfortable with ourselves. I can't even explain
Exactly.
it. Like,
That's why I
we're
said
just
that statement is closer to females than males.
No.
Yeah, it's more debatable with females than males.
Maybe he has a little bit of gay in him and he just wants to look for acceptance
That
somewhere.
was what somebody said. That you be like,
Yeah,
you yourself.
maybe
Maybe. So
Maybe
I don't know.
Actually, maybe that. But that's the wrong way to go. Like, come on.
Not
That's-
generalize it.
What? Bro, I know some guys that if you near them as they are guys, if he punch you,
and they tell you,
I'm not even joking, Tip. I'm like, what the hell? What are you thinking?
oh my God. Okay, so let's quickly check the comment section to see people's reaction on that. All right, this one says, I kind of believe him because the rate at which men are gay, it could be true. Those masculine ones are the ones I fear the most because you will not even know the look and act. Okay, they look and act masculine, but they are gay.
Wait
You
till
go fall in
somebody
love with one. Like this.
Honestly, like,
Yes,
No, like you get some kind of statements that are just so myopic. This is because funny thing is, me, I'm not even here saying, oh, I hate you that you're gay. That's not even the edict. Do you understand? So, for example, if I tell this person, I'm like, oh, your dad is gay. Just look at the reaction, like, what the fuck is that? Why are you saying that kind of thing? Yo, I'm also teasing you the same way you feel like every other person, that they're all gay, then I'm giving you that statement. Do you want to accept that? Oh, your brother is gay. So you can't say all. Even in medicine, while we're like learning stuff, like one of the rules is it's you don't use all, you don't use everybody, because there's always going to be that exception.
Yeah.
So the fact that you already come and say your statement is all guys are, I don't want to know what you're saying after and then it's false. I don't think I really don't see anything in life here that is 100%.
100%.
I don't see it.
Okay. All right, let's take the next comment, please. All right, this one says, this is why it is very imperative that as Christians, you should feed your children with Holy Communion when they grow. So, okay, when they are young, so they don't grow up talking nonsense.
So read the next one, Seth. That's even more important.
This one says, by their words, you shall know them. Okay, see, we are not angry if you are gay, right? But don't generalize all men.
Do you understand?
In that statement.
Like literally, that's just it. Nobody they follow you vex.
Nobody
they follow you drag Nigerian laws. You do them, they don't tell you, they catch you, they carry you. Nobody they follow you drag them. But no can they carry everybody join and say, okay, we have to be together because that's how you vibe. No, don't do that.
I feel you.
Don't do that.
All right. So, okay, this is the last one for the road. This one says, economy downturn nationwide is affecting some people's meds. You can't be normal when you replace your meds with Colorado. Ew. That one touched my soul. Tola, I see you on that one. All right, let's quickly go back to the next story. I love this one. This is very interesting. Funke, I see you. This one says, don't let anyone sleep with you before he marries you. Before I say anything further, let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
Sleep with you, I cannot. Don't let any man sleep with you before he marries you. If any man tells you until I sleep with you, I cannot marry you, he's a bicycle. Wait for your Bentley. I don't care what goes on in the world. When we're newly born again, if the strap of your bra shows, you'll be feeling bad. These days, you see cleavages. You see skirts. You see, this is not how they raised us. And we need to start changing the trajectory of Christianity. I like the word switch. Don't use sex as a trap, thinking a man will marry you if you sleep with him. There is no man that does not want to be a hunter. If you give it to him on a platter of gold, he will abuse you.
If you give him on a platter of gold, he will abuse you. I'm very sure you understand what the story is. So there's no need for me to do a lot of narration. I just felt like it was my table that I'm Mitchell's story. I'm Mitchell's gossip. I'm me gossip about her. Now I did gossip about myself. Only me one with makeup. Only me one with hallelujah. Jide, what do you have to say to that?
She hasn't said anything. I want to hear it all.
Oh yeah, no.
Honestly, I'm just like why? Like, what's all this? But at the same time, I'm looking at it from her maybe mother perspective. Maybe she's just like maybe a lot of young people. She sees them fall into such, and she's like, why now? Fine girls like you now. Don't be opening your body like this. Don't be free. Don't be looking like all this cheap, So,
what do you think about people having sex before marriage?
Now this I don't know. It depends on. I won't say it depends on you. If we're looking at it like terms of like our religion, Christianity, you know that it's not supposed to be so, but people still go ahead and do, right? So at this point, for my Christian mind, I say no. But from the other perspective, from the Gen Z mind, you can go ahead now. Why not? If you feel like you can. You want to do it. But please do not regret. Like, some people just don't be coming out and be saying, "Oh, he touched me, he took me." No. Don't. Let's not talk like that. You went ahead, you agreed to it, you did it, right? That's fine.
So accept what comes out after. What do you think, Jide?
First, I just feel like it's a biased statement. Reason being that you said don't sleep with any man before marriage. If you had said do not sleep with your partner before marriage, then I'm going to listen to you again, because why are you coming from just one perspective? What happens to the other party? Do you understand? Why do you think it's one person that's enjoying sex? Do you get it's male and it's female? In fact, if it's about biology, the female actually enjoys sex more than the male. So what the hell? Like, damn it.
Sorry.
So so come on, do you get? And again, I wouldn't say that she's also wrong, because she's speaking from from our perspective, from what governs where she exists, what governs what she believes. Do you understand? What if there's another person in that religion called something else that we don't understand? And in that religion, in fact, you need to have like 2 kids before you get married.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So I think that's also dependent on what religion is what. So it's what do you accept? Okay, you decide, okay, I'm a Christian. Then how well are you following the laws of being a Christian, the laws of the Bible, if you're following the Bible? In fact, there are different Christianity. There's different methods. There's ones that are Baptist, there's
doctrines.
there's that, there's this. So it's which of the doctrines that you're following. Then have you made up your mind and say, you know what, this is what I want to follow? If you decide to go by this, then be ready to live by the repercussions based on where you exist. Like she said, like you can't come back and start saying, oh, why now? Don't what the stop regretting. You made a decision, follow through with it. Are you also ready for the I don't want to use the repercussion. Are you ready for whatever comes out of it? Do you understand? In fact, again, when you do that, you see teenagers that because you're not giving them proper sex education from church, for example, they end up doing this stuff and then they get pregnant and then they realize they're not ready for pregnancy when they could also have learnt about, safe sex and how not to get pregnant if that's what you want to do. And then you're missing the information that you want to share with them. Let them understand. Even in the hospital, we're telling you, to avoid infections, to avoid this and that, abstinence is number one. That's not even a church thing. That is biologically, like, let's just be logical. Abstinence is one. But however, if you decide to go ahead, these are the other means to make sure that one, you do not get pregnant and you do not get infections. Do you get? So it's also based on what law, what doctrines do you follow? Some people don't even believe that God exists.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So so which one do you follow? Be ready for the repercussion or the whatever it is that comes with it.
So which one do you follow?
Do I follow?
Yes.
I honestly don't know. I don't know. But whenever I'm filling forms, I say Christianity.
Oh wow, interesting. All right, let's quickly check the people. The comment section to see people's reaction on that. All right, this one says, "God have mercy. Both men and women need to protect themselves." Okay, if a man isn't interested, if a man isn't interested, her girlfriend should. Her girlfriend will also be cool. But ladies in the comment, you are really showing some characters. Those who have ears will hear her point in reminding this in her church, especially this generation. May God help us. Next one. Ma, I love when I was reading this one make me laugh a lot. This one say, ma, sound checking. Sound checking sexual life before getting married is very important, ma. I repeat, sound checking sexual life before getting married is very important, ma. Nothing wrong about it. Nothing wrong about it. When they got married and the fantasy or the sexual life is zero, it's a big mistake that any man will never forgive himself. Do you agree?
See, people with their own rules and regulations and stuff. I'll first ask, but what is the definition of married? Because like you see two objects together and say, they are married together. Did somebody come and bless them and say from today and tomorrow the cover and the bottle are now married? No. So I feel like it's just an understanding between two people, understanding where they're at. You can be married today and you feel like you've done everything right, and then like he's saying, first week things are not going the way they should, and then the guy is not happy, and then he starts sleeping with 300 people outside. Then what do you say? And then he comes and says, I want a divorce. And then you see the person lamenting, we didn't even do it before marriage. Okay. I'll be ready to live with that too.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you decide to, have sex before marriage, you decide to have sex after marriage, just be ready to live with whatever comes afterwards. That's it.
Do you actually think we both agree now that, okay, no sex, right, till we get married, do you think one way or the other it will actually affect the relationship? Given now that, you hear people say, you know how this person like the style, you know the style of this person, you know the, sexual libido and all of those things. So,
I think that most people that have a problem doing that, meaning they no sex before marriage and then marriage they do and everything is not really great, and it's a big problem for them, is because they are quite myopic. I think that if you think if you're creative enough and your mind is open, you'll realize that sex is not just a thing of the coitus act itself. There's a lot around sex. There is a lot around the grooming, the words that are said, the outing. There's actually a lot that brings up the mood. There are people. It's so funny that I'm so sorry. I just have to say the film I was telling you about that I made.
Yeah.
something happened with the couples and someone cheated. But in that world, for example, the act of cheating was more significant and more heartbreaking than the sex itself, because it was more of a thing of the fact that you're able to open up yourself naked before another person that is actually breaking this person. Do you understand? And you're probably seen statements where people are commenting and saying that they having sex and being naked beside someone does not actually mean that you're actually naked in front of the person. It's more of how well you've opened up yourself to this person. So now, even with the coital act itself, that's supposed to be like the icing on the cake. So that's why some people say, oh, today they've done this style. They've done it for like 2 years, one thing. Let's spice things up. And then they spice it up and then it's different. And it feels like they've just started again. So that's what I'm saying, that what are the things surrounding the sex? I understand how it might be a problem for you, but if it's a problem for you, it might also be because you're being myopic. You're not opening your mind. You're not trying to find creative ways to make sure that we spice things up in a way that you see me differently and you're excited by my presence in the bedroom.
All right, so somebody has a question for you. Thank you so much for dropping your comment. I really appreciate. This person says, how would you know if you are sexually compatible medically without trying out sex?
What you mean sexually compatible medically without trying out sex? I mean, it starts with the fact that what is your chromosomes? Are you XY and XS? Or are you, in a way, have you changed your nature? You're trans now, and then we start trying to figure that out. I mean, that's like basic. I mean, there are also some routine tests that you do in the hospital. There are some, even from conversation, because it's not medically also involves the state of the mind. How do you see this person? What are the things that spark your interest in this person? This person's smell? Is it the looks alone? Is criteria? And are you guys working together to make sure that you maintain that? For example, you see a guy that meets this lady today and, you know, she's slim and that's part of why he likes the lady. And then you guys get married and everything now relax and she don't need chop up. And then there's no even thing of make her even go gym, make her feed you right small, so that because that's what is making this guy interested in me also. And that's part of why, you know, is having a head on because he wants to have sex with me. Do you understand? So there are a lot of things that you can check medically, but it's still limited. The most important point for me is a state of the mind. It's how you see this person. Do you guys converse? Do you tell your partner what makes you get turned on when you see the person? Do you have that conversation at all in the first place? Or you're just feeling like a bad guy, like, yo, I don't need to say things like this? Or when she does something to you, do you tell her that you actually really like this? Most people don't have that conversation.
I love it. All right, so let's quickly go on this short break. Coming back is hottest gossip. Stay with me.
Hey there, what's poppin'? Adeboye Melvin here, content creator, actor, producer, filmmaker, and keep it locked down. Gossip Gala. Don't change that, so,
It's your favorite dancer, band dancer, and I'm giving a special shout out to Gossip Gala. Keep watching, stay tuned.
Shout out to Gossip Gala. Keep doing the good work. Keep giving us the tea. And yes, well done.
Thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate it. I have plenty love. Oshe. I'm feeling like let me not say what I'm feeling like. All right, there's this question here. So you know the question I asked earlier, what this person was actually trying to say here. The person said, I mean, is there a medical method of to determine if one is sexually compatible? That's what the person said.
I would say never. There are only couple of investigations that you can do to check if, as a person, you are sexually fit. But when it comes to putting two people together, apart from anatomy, which is pretty obvious, you see someone that is like maybe 4 feet, pelvis is like really this, and then you see, oh, I'm trying to get married to this guy that's like 10 feet. I'm like, okay, where do we start from? Yeah, so that can be, obvious. Again, it also depends on conversations with the partner and the doctor, and again, how much, because at the end of the day, there's still patient-doctor confidentiality thing going on. What if there are things that your partner does not want you to know? Do you understand? Because it's kind of private, and trying to hide that, you still can't hold the hospital responsible or the doctor responsible for not sharing that information with you. And that information might actually be an issue as regards both of you being sexually compatible. So, like I said, you never say, you can't say yes.
Okay,
100%.
But I mean, just to like what you just said now, why are you even in a relationship if you cannot tell your partner everything?
I mean, it's the world that you live in today. Unfortunately, there are some things that people feel like is not the right time, and they keep holding back till it's too late. Because at the end of the day, they feel like if they tell the partner now, they might lose the person. I'm not in support of that in the first place. I feel like, you should be able to converse. But I do understand that it exists. And I understand your fears and concerns about not sharing it.
Do you know the interesting part? This person will still live one way or the other. So it's either the person lives now or the person lives later.
But some people think it's harder if you're married already. They feel like, okay, at least we're locked up.
Have
you not heard of people that decide to get pregnant so that they can get married?
What do you think about that?
I feel like the word I want to use, I feel like that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. I feel you're just selling yourself short. If you don't deserve the person, in fact, the person does not deserve you in the first place. Just get out.
Because I mean,
get out. I feel like that, in fact, because of that, they should leave you. Like literally.
Like
yes. Now, if you think that getting pregnant is what will tie us together, yeah, then we should leave. We just go your separate ways.
It shows you don't have. You don't think you're valuable enough to be in a relationship.
The guy will tell you, I'm ready. I will take care of the child, but forget nothing. We're not together. Do you get?
All right. So speaking
Why
of
are you thinking of doing that?
No. I was shaking at him, but I love it. All right. So I mean, for the road, on the Hurters gossip, this one I have is the most interesting, and this one says, Verydarkman and Pastor Jeremiah Wahala. He took you out. Oh yeah, now. So quick one. I mean, before now, you already know that Pastor Jeremiah decided to, sue VDM for insulting him and calling his miracles fake and all of that. And he's to pay the damages of 5 billion naira, right? Sorry, 1 billion naira rather. I don't know where I get 5 billion naira from. Maybe I say my hand is scratching me to collect money, you understand? So, I mean, with the latest news now, there's a barrister that came out to say that he's in support of VDM and is ready to, follow the rest of VDM's legal team, to go and fight the case. But now, I think few hours after that came out, VDM posted a video. Let's quickly watch that. Sorry, can you take us back to the first video, please? Yes, let's watch it.
And even Facebook, it says, Verydarkman, I, Prophet Jeremiah Fufeyin, extend forgiveness to you. I am withdrawing the court case against you. Following the teachings of Jesus, who preached peace and corrected sinners, I forgive you. May you learn from your mistake and walk in righteousness from now on, my son. I don't know how true this is. It's not on his official pages. It's not on his Facebook. It's not on his Instagram. And also, my lawyer have not contacted me. So this is just a false news. I was slammed 1 billion naira lawsuit. That lawsuit made me depressed because I thought about what if this man wins me, because our justice system in Nigeria is broken. What if he uses his influence to win me? So how do I pay? I was even suicidal because I said I will not get this money to pay. So is it not better I just end it?
So, I mean, we just watch it together, yeah? So, you're not hearing him. I mean, he's not yet sure because, I mean, like I said, his lawyer has not even called him to confirm if truly Pastor Jeremiah has decided to, leave the case and forgive him in accordance to, the Bible, as he is a pastor. Right, but now where he now said that when he heard the fact that he's supposed to be paying like 1 billion naira and all of that, since Prophet Jeremiah decided to sue him and all of that, when he said he's now thinking of committing suicide and all of that, I'm like, VDM, I don't understand you anymore. Is this a strategy is this an indirect way of apologizing and all? But let me leave it to Jide to speak.
Yo, I am not 100% sure again, but I know that there's a law against is it attempting suicide?
Yes.
Yeah, because committing suicide, you're gone. So attempting suicide.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's gonna be in trouble for that.
You know,
too.
when you say attempting suicide, he hasn't done it yet. You know,
but
he just said it.
stating it as a fact that he's thinking of
he
it
was
already.
thinking.
Right, so at the very least, something should be done. Maybe they should take him and put him somewhere first.
Hey,
I mean,
okay,
if it's based on the law, if that's what the law says,
I feel you.
I mean, me being a filmmaker, I was just watching them like, yo, please, I beg. This just feels like a strategy to me. It just feels like I mean, it's VDM. It's a talk.
VDM.
It's trying to be there, and maybe it doesn't feel that way, but he's telling you that it can feel that way based on how he has been treated.
What do you think of VDM? Because see, you just said something around it's VDM, so I would want to hear your thoughts on who he is.
It makes life interesting.
Oh wow.
It's always confusing.
Wahala.
No, it makes life interesting.
So let's talk a bit about what's his name now, Prophet Jeremiah. Yeah. So the reason why all this whole story started in the first place was your Pastor Jeremiah came out and say, this water you're holding now, it can solve poverty. You understand? It can take away poverty from the land. If you need twin rice now, I'm going to give you twin. Just drink the water. Right. What do you think about those kind of do I say those kind of do I say it's a business or do I say those kind of prophecy? Let me just use that, because he would actually prophesy into your life and tell you what to use for you to get better.
Does it work?
Now that one me I know cause
sorry.
Oh my god.
Why is she laughing?
It's funny.
When you said it was quite funny.
It was like, are we going to, we're members here? So I don't know.
Have you seen people that it worked for? Because
there are videos of people that took the water, that he posted on his social media.
And they have money now.
These people might be actors, actresses.
See
just
me
displaying things up
I'm
and
like,
down.
yo, you have your people, you have your congregation, and these people listen to you, they believe you. You're trying to get more people to believe you. Yo, well done now. Abby, which I want to talk.
Oh yeah, now let's quickly get the videos on, please. Let's quickly do this. Oh yeah, thinking cap. Are you guys ready?
Oh yeah, I've forgotten about that.
Okay, welcome back. All right, what has many kids? Quick one, in the next 1 minute, we should round up with this. What has many kids but cannot open? Okay, sorry. What has many kids but cannot open a single lock? Many kids but cannot open a single lock.
Many
Keys. Monkey. Sorry.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys, me, What has many kids but cannot open a single lock? We can have monkeys, but yeah, I think that's my answer. What you think?
Monkeys.
I'm just it's just off my head.
What has many keys?
What has many keys? So monkeys.
I beg.
What's the answer? Nobody knows
they always
it.
make me feel like an illiterate on this show.
Peleo. School faces they were piano. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I never thought about that. Did I say monkey on the show? Forgive me. My school face. My mom is somewhere looking at me and they need to refund her the school fee that she paid. Thank you so much for being with me. It has been an exciting ride. I can't wait to do this again with you tomorrow. Until then, stay blessed.